Good afternoon, guys. It's Emma here from Brookings. I'm coming to you today from my kitchen, and I wanted to speak to you in a bid to continue with our commitment of keeping you informed with up-to-date legislation as and when we receive it. As you may all be aware, the government are working hard to produce new legislation following the outbreak of COVID-19, and I note that there's been some very important changes to the lettings and estate agency industry in the past 48 hours. I wanted to touch base with you today about two of these points, as I think that they're most poignant and probably the most asked questions that we've been receiving from our clientele today. And so firstly, I wanted to speak to you about self-employment. The government announced on the 26th of March 2020 that self-employed persons are now eligible to claim cash grants of up to 80% of their profits. This will be capped at $2,500 per calendar month, similarly to those on PAYE status. The scheme will be open to those with a trading profit of less than £50,000 in 2018-2019, or an average trading profit of less than £50,000 across 2016-2017, 2017-2018, 2018-2019. To be a qualifying applicant, you must have received more than half of your income by way of self-employment throughout these periods. HMRC will notify any applicant applicable directly after assessing eligibility, with guidance notes as to how to apply, and aim to pay funds with one lump sum payment towards the beginning of June, covering the entire 3-month period. The application process will be simple and effective, hopefully, using an online application form directly to HMRC, and funds will then be paid directly into your bank account. Any self-employed individual already benefiting from a series of measures that have been placed into effect from the Chancellor to boost the household incomes, i.e. universal credit or business continuity loans where you have a business bank account, will still be able to access this assistance whilst this scheme is being rolled out. This will be helpful to any tenants that are struggling at the moment and facing the predicament of not being able to afford their rent and their full rent. And it also help us in estate agency world, Brookings or any other letting agents, when we're negotiating with your tenants for their repayment plans for any deferred payments during this period. So that's one fantastic piece of legislation that we are so welcomed and that's been rolled out. And then we move on to the second, end of tenancy terms. Now, I think this is really important because it's going to change the way possession is brought into the industry for the next coming months. And it's been announced on the 26th of March 2020 that the period of notice being served for a Section 21 notice has been increased from 2 months to 3 months. The new form has been produced, and anyone who's trying to claim for a Section 21 under the old Form 6A will no longer be valid. It will have to be done on the new version. They've introduced this form as it stipulates and sets provisions to protect evictions during this pandemic. Here at Brookings, we've always wrote to our tenants in the run-up to the end of the tenancy fixed term with a Section 21 notice, and to confirm that the term is coming to its end, and often approaching with a invitation to renew or confirmation that the landlord wants their property investment back. The buffer period has been placed into the law and will be in effect until September 30th of September 2020. Now, this could be extended subject to change if a review is needed during this time, but I do stress that now a Section 21 will not be 2 months, it will be 3 months, and it is going to be lasting until the 30th of September 2020. Now, we've written out to our tenants today and advised them to be aware that this form is going to have a few slight alterations and changes on it, and reminded them to be very mindful of the letter that comes with it, if it's going to be a renewal invitation or if it is to say that the landlord wants the return of their investment back. It's important for you all to be aware that all possession hearings from today's date, the 27th of March 2020, have been postponed for at least 90 days. Now, this includes possessions that are already passed and waiting for bailiff appointment, hearings due within the period, they're all been postponed now to a minimum of 90 days, and any application will not be reviewed until after this period. I would urge you, if you're a landlord, to consider your financial position for the entire 90 days and to incorporate any provisions that the government has set aside for landlords and your own first financial personal circumstances, because we not forget that not every landlord is a millionaire. So to reach out to the government's offerings and to assist you within that time frame. This is going to be quite a bumpy road, and it's going to be not met with the most pleasing receipt for some landlords who are very keen and were on the edge of getting their properties back under other measures, not just the Section 21s, but also the Section 8 notices where rent arrears have already occurred. So I'll be in touch soon with more information. I hope that this information has come to you and it has given you a little bit more of an insight. But please feel free to contact either myself or a member of the team if there's anything that we can do to help you, and any further information that you can have from either this video or other changes. We're trying to get as much detail together to help you as wherever possible. So next time, who knows, I might be in my kitchen, I might be in my bedroom, I might be in the garden. Most of the places that I'm going to at the moment. Hope you all please take care, stay safe, keep well, and I'll speak to you soon.